Hi everyone, I am very happy to welcome you on this workshop. We are continuing the series of the workshops for the hackers at the Hackers League Hackathon. Today we are connecting to hear more about the DeFi track, and I'm joined here by my amazing colleague Vlad Degen, the DeFi lead at TON Foundation. Vlad is actually the person that is going to be judging the DeFi track together with Curve. So he knows the best what should you build for the DeFi track, what are the projects that DeFi ecosystem on TON needs the most. And besides that, Vlad works with all of this amazing, huge DeFi protocols that are built on TON and not only on TON. So I'm pretty sure that we will have lots of insight to share today and a lot of feedback and advice in terms of what are those projects that you can build and in terms of how your ideas can be better and how and which ideas will be the winning ones for the hackathon. We are streaming today on Twitter, YouTube, and Telegram. So if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask to Vlad or anything that you want to share, just please drop that on the comments, either on YouTube or on Twitter or on Telegram. I'm going to be checking those comments and make sure that we get them answered. But of course, we're going to start with a quick introduction from Vlad and a quick overview on the DeFi track and on the state of DeFi ecosystem. And we're gonna do the Q&A later at the end of the session. For those that want to register for the hackathon, just please go to the ecosystem portal. It's eco.ton.org, very simple. And you can find the Hackers League hackathon card as the first one in the list. You just go to there, and that's where you can easily apply for the hackathon. But besides that, you can also take part in one of the 20 offline bootcamps that are literally happening around the world. We're having the bootcamps in Europe, in Asia, in India, and pretty much everywhere where the hackers are. So definitely advise you to check out the list of the offline bootcamps and the ecosystem portal where we have all of that, the hackathon, the bootcamps, etc. And now, Vlad, thank you so much for joining me. Can you start with a quick introduction and overall, Mike, over to you. Go ahead with your talk for today. I'm very excited myself to hear more about DeFi. You're one of my favorite speakers.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm a DeFi lead at TON Foundation right now, and we are now in the process of the hackathon, the biggest one in the crypto. Our TON Autumn Hackathon, and we have their tracks for DeFi. And today we're going to do the workshop and explain you what's missing in our ecosystem regarding the DeFi, what directions we need, what you can build on this hackathon, how you can build it. I'm going to give you examples, what it is and how it works. I'm going to show you the full overall of the ecosystem with some slides in general, like how it looks in also the other ecosystems, how DeFi grows in general. And I think from this workshop, you may have more clear picture what to do and what is necessary. But the main important thing is I not advise you to do something what you don't like to do. So if you have your idea and this idea regarding apps, regarding DeFi, it doesn't matter, and you like it, you can go ahead with this in the hackathon. If you don't have an idea, if you're thinking and if you're considering some opportunities, if you have a deep understanding how the tone work, what's the tone tech, so this workshop especially for you. And this is really matter because during my life, like the last 5 years, I spent in DeFi by building DeFi, and I really like it. And from the hackathon perspective, it is good if the hackathon have tracks, but it's not necessary to follow these tracks if you have your own idea and you know how to grow it, you know how to build from this a sustainable business. So be you are, and that's the main point here. We can go through our slides. Helen, please, could you help me to put it on the stage?
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the Hackers League, and we're gonna talk today about the DeFi from the TON DeFi lead. DeFi means decentralized finance. Um, and I would love to start with: do we have some kind of laser or a pointer to move the cursor around, or we just have like a moving slides? Yeah, I think we have just a moving slides. Okay, so no worries. Okay, so the first picture here. If you guys go to DeFi Llama, and if you're gonna check any chain with a DeFi, you're gonna find that the first top 10 protocols have the same pattern. So there's mostly the same protocols with the highest TVL. And this pattern we can call like a DeFi heart. Or in this picture, there's a tier one protocols. Usually, this is breaches, this is CDPs, this IMM protocols, lending protocols, and liquid staking derivatives or restaking derivatives if it's a proof of stake chain. So these top five protocols usually taking the biggest TVL on each chain, from Ethereum to Arbitrum to Solana to any chain. Like doesn't matter which chain is. We need to have breaches because we need to have the door to inflow and outflow the liquidity. And we can breach such tokens like BTC, like Ethereum, like stables. Bridges give us the real yield because they cover the real needs of the users, taking from this the commission and distributing this commission to liquidity providers. Then we have CDPs, is the collateral deposition protocols. The example of these protocols is like MakerDAO or Frax, and why they need it because we can leverage the entry to the DeFi with the main coin. So how it works? We can put here TON as a collateral and mint synths based on the TON without the interest, without paying interest rate like on lending protocols. So the good examples we can put the collateral is and mint DAI. The same for the Frax, the same for the CRV and there's a good entry for the big whales because if you have like a big bag of ton, you don't want to sell it, you don't want to go to exchange, but you want to play and have more efficiency on this capital. And one of the greatest solutions for you is to use CDP protocols because you can put all of these tokens as a collateral, means synthetic assets, and then you can play on the synthetic assets in a DeFi, or even you can buy a house or a car. So it's giving the token coin holder more efficiency. And we can also use, but by these protocols, we can also hedge in stables because we usually like calculating our value was compared to US dollar or euro, and we're buying things by US dollar and by euro. And CDPs usually using the synthetic assets as stable coins. So we can hedge in the stable coins, and it's also beneficial for the ecosystem because the stable coins well used on the Texas, DEXs, and other protocols as a collateral too. So there's also the good entry into the DeFi by leveraging TON. And these protocols are sustainable because they generate in the real yield. Then we have the IMM protocols. We have different directions of the IMM protocols. It's CPMM protocols, constant product market makers, CFMM, constant functional market makers, and CLMM protocols. And the whole concept of the IMM protocols is just a simple DEXs, but there's not so simple if you go deeply. And the features here, so the DEXs allow us to do the swaps, to do the listings permissionless, so we can list any token permissionless. We can create the price of the token permissionless. We can provide liquidity, and because this protocol also cover the real needs, we can easy um, provide the real yield for the users. So it means the liquidity providers providing liquidity, the other people doing the swaps, and they're paying the commission to liquidity providers. And liquidity providers earn money. Then the lending protocols. The lending protocols is also one of the top protocols by the TVL in any chain. They have a good utility for the DeFi assets. So you can play with TON against USDT. You can play with um, other assets like now it's TS, TON, and EVA Finance. And we have just one laning protocol. Of course, we need more laning protocols. And these kind of protocols give us also real yield because lenders receiving the commission from borrowers and as also protocol which cover the real needs. Then liquid staking derivatives or restaking derivatives. The examples like right now on Ton is Ton Stakers and Bema. There's the protocols with real yield and they can leverage DeFi because you're coming with Ton or receiving the liquid staking derivative, which the like most equal price as Ton, and you can play it in a DeFi or do whatever you want with this liquid staking derivative, but you already earning some percentage, some APR. Um, by supporting the network, supporting the validators through the liquid staking derivatives. So, and this is the first tier of the protocols. Based on this first tier, as I said, is a DeFi hard, we can build second tier of the protocols. So imagine we cannot have any memes, any other protocols, any options, derivatives, walls, launchpads, anything without the IMM protocol, because we not able to do any permissionless listing. So the IMM protocol is a crucial thing here. Also, the Lenian protocol is also crucial because we can build some leverage trading. We can use it for the leverage shield farming. We can use it for the farming strategies, and it's also necessary for the DeFi, for the second tier protocols. The same for the liquid staking derivative, the same for the CDPs, and the same for the breaches. So the second tier of the DeFi protocols usually leveraging the first tier and giving more features for based on the functionality of the first tier. And it's called DeFi Lega. So when we build it by the blocks, like the first tier block, this is the base, the foundation. Then the second tier blocks, there's other financial extension, financial tools, which help you and do more efficiency in a capital. And that's the general concept and the general idea how usually the DeFi ecosystems grows. So they usually start with the first tier. We cannot imagine any DeFi ecosystem without bridges, CDPs, IMMs, lendings, and liquid staking derivatives. And then we have the ability to build the second tier of the protocols. So in general, why we need DeFi and TON? So we have the main point is the utilization of TON. Any chain would love to have a DeFi because there's a utilization for the main coin asset. Whatever, they're going to be Sol, Ethereum, TON, even a Bitcoin. Because like people are thinking how to unlock DeFi on a Bitcoin. The same idea for each chain. Because if we're going to give more utility, more Ton coin holders gonna be on chain. They're gonna use Ton. They're gonna store Ton. They're gonna earn more interest, and in general, the price of assets going up because they have more utility. Then in the DeFi we have less entry threshold than in regular financial tools because use regular financial tools you should have all of the contacts and the network with the brokers. It's not so simple to do lending and borrowing in real life if you allow to buy some stocks and then um, put it as a collateral somewhere and make a loan based on these stocks. So with the DeFi, all of these financial tools is accessible for anyone just with the internet. And there's the third point, like equal access for the users. So it doesn't matter who you are and how you are work. If you have a knowledge, if you understand how it works, you can have access for this. Like a zero trust and no human factor and security and anonymity. There's a questionable, of course, it's questionable, but with compared to what? So we only can answer that this was compared to centralized services like central banks, centralized bank applications, or centralized financial tools. And of course, what is built on the smart contracts have more security more anonymity, and more trust, because we can understand how it works. That's not a backend solution, which controlled by one team and can be changed wherever they want. There's more open and in general the industry giving ability to like make it an open source. So yeah, and usually like DeFi works 24/7 and have no weekends. Imagine even right now that centralized stock exchange working till like from 10 to 8, from 10 to 5. Imagine you open a Telegram and Telegram at 11 p.m. giving you the warning message, sorry, we were not working, wait till tomorrow till 10 a.m. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous also the for financial tools, and that's where DeFi came into play and resolving this issue. So DeFi and the blockchains and the markets and crypto working 24/7 and no weekends. And this is the current stage of what we have on TON right now. So we have in IMM protocols the direction of the CPMM with the constant product market maker formula is DDoS and StoneFi. We need CFMMs, we need CLMMs. The CLMM, the concentrated liquidity market makers, they have Uniswap v3. There's an open track on this hackathon. So if you have an idea how to build the Uniswap v3 model with the ranges of liquidity on TON, please apply for the hackathon. That's a good track with a good price. Then we already have lending protocols. We already have liquid staking derivatives. What we don't have from the first tier, except CLMM, we also don't have CDPs, the collateral depth position protocols. Like I said, MakerDAO and Frax. And there's also one of the tracks on the hackathon. If you want to apply, that's good track. We need those protocols. Um, then we don't have also bridges, and we are had the partnerships with a well-known solutions for the bridges, but we need more cross-chain solutions for it. So, and there's also one of the tracks. Then from the second tier, we have a launch pods, we have Gamify, we have swap routings, we have a chain perpetual futures. And what is black? There's we still don't have this. We still don't have synthetic assets, insurance, options, derivatives, vaults, interest rate swaps, and some indexes. And this is the second tier of the protocols. Regarding the tracks also, let me remind you. So first track is the CLMM, the second track is the CDPs, the third track is the cross-chain solutions. Then also another track is the yield farming. So we already have farming opportunities on chain, but we don't have a good protocols to leverage these farming opportunities, to build the strategies on top of these farming opportunities. Imagine example, we can provide liquidity in DDoS or StoneFi in TON USDT and then hedge this position with a Storm Trade perpetual DEX. So that's those kind of strategies. And we don't have right now the solutions for that, like a strategy aggregator or a strategy optimizer. I mean, yield farming strategy aggregator or yield farming strategy optimizer. So then, also on this slide, we'd love to mention the last track what we have. The last track is a new DeFi primitives. So if you are experienced in the Ton tech and the Ton blockchain, if you understand deeply how it works, what is like a sharding concept, what the asynchronous blockchain, you can, using your knowledge, think what might be new one in a DeFi for Ton, what might be competitive with Ethereum DeFi, and how we can leverage, especially Ton Tech, to build something new. And that's the new one track uh, where you can propose your solutions, do some MVPs by leveraging especially Ton Tech with the scalability, with the sharding, with fancy language, and regarding our global vision, also to inspire you. So you see there was a really good success with the top turn applications like a Notcoin, Hamster, and we are now in the process of building DeFi on chain. And DeFi is crucial because DeFi is a utility, DeFi is a financial tools, DeFi give us more yield opportunities, which we can uh, combine and pack into the one-click investment applications. Imagine you just open a mini app, and the mini app you pushing button invest, and you're investing in liquidity pools on the dexes with one click. So there are going to be zaps under the hood, and there will be a couple transactions which doing swaps and investing, and those kind of solutions we we still don't have, and we need to have them. And then the one of the easiest and understandable financial tool in the world from decades is lending and borrowing. So the people like your parents, your grandmas, granddads, grandmothers, and granddads used the lending and borrowing, and there's also a good way how to connect the retail users and the huge user base of the Telegram with the simple financial tools like lending and borrowing. So think how to do, for example, the yield-bearing stablecoins, and you can leverage it this technology like Ethana did it, or you can do it with some legal support and investing in treasury bonds, or you can do some delta nature strategy to um, be to create the collateral of the stable coin, and put the interest rate inside of this stable coin. So like for example the model of overnight as stable as USD plus on Arbitrum. There's also good examples, and think how we can leverage the Telegram user base, what we can give, what we can propose to this user base. And because this user base is very, very big, this is the retail users. And usually people don't have much experience, like what's the financial world, how we use this, all of these complex financial tools. So if you can provide some new onboarding applications, new applications to do the one-click investments, that's a really good example and a good type of the product which can win the hackathon. Yeah, this is how we are going from our past to greatest future. And I think from the side of the workshop and explanation, like what it is and how it works, I'm done. So Helen, come back and let's answer the questions.
Yes, and I already see that there is some questions for us. So let's just go through them. First and foremost, there is a very there is a very easy question, but I think there is that's a question that many new developers that are switching into blockchain are having. The question says, "Can I sell Jeton without using smart contract?" Vlad, do you
On
wanna
chain,
answer?
no. Off chain, yes. So you can do some kind of off chain deals. If you agree with the people or companies to sell something. But if you want to do it on chain, it's impossible. So if you do it
Yeah,
on
that's
chain,
the important part to understand if you have a need of some particular on-chain action. But besides that, I want to say that on the Ton Society Europe chat, I've shared a very good presentation from Roman, the infrastructure lead at Ton Foundation, and he's been sharing some of the very basic things about Ton in terms of how you start with Ton and how you can launch your first app. And it also has a very good go through all of the resources and all of the tools all the tooling, developer tooling that we have on Ton. including the SDK that you can use, the assets SDK that you can use for very basic high level interactions. So that's a good one if you don't want to have any smart contract, but you just want to send the jetons. You can use the assets SDK. That's basically how you can find it. You just put on GitHub assets hyphen SDK. You'll find the one, and you can use it to do some very basic transactions. But yeah, there are obviously some specifications that you'll need to consider. That's just for your research. Okay, and then let me check if there's anything else. There is a person saying that blockchain is useful as a server, but it requires some cost, time cost, and gas fee. Definitely, that's it. Oh, everything really requires some particular accommodations. Okay. And then on the hackathon chat, I see a question asking about the demos. In which way would you like to see the demos? What does it mean to have a demo for a Telegram mini app for DeFi? Vlad, I think that's up to you to share more about the DeFi. I think that's the best way if you as a judge share what does the demo mean for you.
So on the boot camps, they're gonna be like a presentation. So you need to present what you did. You need to present your solution to showcase something if you have it. There's more about the presentation and like general idea, the business model, the go-to-market strategy, and the first look and the first overview of the product. For the whole hackathon, regarding the demo in the DeFi, gonna be the best. The mainnet are gonna be good if you have users, like user base in your community, in your Telegram mini app, and also regarding the presentation, it's good to have a video. Like I mean, it's necessary to have a video with your presentation when you sitting in front of the laptop with your face, so with no AI generated video where you explaining how it works, what it is, what's going to be next. And this is the best what you can do, because you can create all of these amazing AI videos, but in real life, when you're going to pitch to investors, when you're going to pitch on events, you're going to be only with your person. You cannot send there any AI or any robot, so you're going to be there by yourself, and it's good to be prepared, and it's good to receive a feedback based on your speech and your presentation.
Okay, let me see. There are questions about the Open League, but I think what we can do is we can organize some separate Open League AMA, because since we're gonna be continuing with the Open League season, definitely we're gonna have lots of questions from the users. So let's just keep that for the Open League, AMA. Okay, I think that this is looking like we've answered most of the questions. I'm just gonna do the last check on our X to make sure that everything is loading properly and I have the questions from X. And I'm gonna say that even if you are watching this in the recording, even if you have not asked your question during the live, just please send your question on the chat, because I am checking the hackathon chat, which is hackathon X chat. I'm checking those questions there daily, so I will make sure to get them answered even in the async mode, just like the TON blockchain. And I'm gonna make sure that we have all of the needed information and details shared and stated on the hackathon description page. That really helps a lot to me to check what are the questions that are being asked, because that means that I am able to extend this description or maybe edit and clarify some details. Please join the hackathon, hack at the hackathon, and join the TON ecosystem. Launch your apps on TON and on Telegram. There's never the better timing that right now. I'm very happy to see that there were a lot of hackers that were watching us. We've had over 2,000 live stream viewers, and that's amazing to have. Thank you so much, Vlad, for joining me and sharing more about the DeFi track. Hopefully, we're gonna see a lot of very interesting projects applying and a lot of interesting teams hacking. And I hope that everyone that's been watching us has a good day and has a good time and fun being the team at the hackathon, and eventually that everyone that's watching us is gonna come and pitch at the live judging sessions as a finalist.